good evening, and welcome to Tea Time.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. It is St. Patty's Day, hence the green, March 17th. And it's beautiful. It was a beautiful day today. Rain a little bit on the parade, but other than that, it was really, really nice. I'm going to talk about my weekend real quick and get to my guest. Not in studio tonight. She is virtual, but hoping when she comes back to New York, I can get her in studio. I'm excited. Okay, so Friday, basically, I was home. I didn't do too much. I was home relaxing and actually prepping for tonight's show. Saturday, I actually went to the foot doctor because I thought I had a little piece of wood, a splinter in my foot. And I'm glad I ended up going. It ended up being a piece of metal. How it got in my foot, I still don't know. So Saturday night, my foot's throbbing like it has a heartbeat. And I'm like, what am I doing tonight? You know what I did? I watched, oh my God, what did I watch? I watched a movie. What did I watch? What was the movie I watched? This is what happens when you have a brain fart and you don't write anything down. It's going to come back to me. Just give me a minute. Let's skip to Sunday. Yesterday, I went to the LaRose household. And for St. Patty's Day dinner, we had a little corned beef and cabbage. And I'm Italian. I had to bring something. You can't go empty-handed. So I bought fresh mozzarella and tomato, and I made my famous banana chocolate chip loaf. Okay, let's get back to Saturday. Saturday, I remember what I watched. I watched Cabrini. Just came out, 2024. Watch it. You don't have to be Italian to watch it. You could be any nationality. This is about immigrants coming to America and how everyone was treated, especially the Italians. But watch it, watch it, watch it. It was amazing. Great movie, great movie. Okay, Murdered by the Mob. Where I Am as Bunny. There I Am as Bunny. MurderedByTheMob.com, the longest running murder mystery show in Manhattan. It's been running over 30 years. Go to MurderedByTheMob.com and see when you could come see me in the show. What else? Oh, and Dad's birthday. My dad turned 90, as you all know, on March 8th. I'll go this way. And I have a couple of more picks. So this is my dad, Salvatore Canestresi. Look how good the man looks for 90 years old. And the next picture is us, the crew. And there we all are out to dinner. And Florida was lovely. So shout out to Dad because, you know, I hope and pray I see 90. It was great. And Florida was beautiful. Okay, I got to get to my in-studio guest because, you know, this goes fast for me. So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. She's an actor. She's an author. She is a voiceover artist that you probably will recognize. She does commercials and cartoons and video games. But, you know, she's got that famous voice that my daughter grew up watching as Angelica Pickles on the Rugrats. Cheryl Chase is joining me tonight. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Theresa. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, honey?
I'm so excited to be here. And I have to apologize. I don't have green on. I should have green. I didn't think it was March 17th today, St. Patty's Day.
It's okay. Believe me, it's okay. I want everyone to get to know you. And, you know, I found out some fun, interesting facts while I was, doing my homework. First of all, you're a Christmas baby.
Yes, I am.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're originally from New Jersey. You grew up in Manville, New Jersey?
Manville, New Jersey. It's Central Jersey in Somerset County. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you went to Manville High School.
Manville High School. Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, you and I have one thing in common. We danced when we were younger. And we had many recitals when we were younger, and that's Pick C. So I got to put it up Pick C.
Oh no.
You're so damn cute. Come on.
Oh, thank you. Oh, all those costumes I got when I was little and all the shows I was in, I would always play with them and have shows of my own in my house. That brings back memories.
Yeah. Dad, did you do tap? Did you do jazz?
I did tap. Yeah.
That's what I did for about 13, 15 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had to recycle those costumes.
Oh, yes, you did. I'm more like I'm very klutzy. I'm not the dancer per se. I'm more like Lucille Ball trying to get on the dance floor. If you remember what she's like in I Love Lucy, that's me.
Oh my God, that's great. Well, I have to say, you did come from an extremely talented and musical family. Your dad was a trombone player.
Yeah, trombone player. Yes, he was in the Scotty band, and he would tour around, around Pennsylvania areas, and that's how he met my mom. My mom went to a dance one night, and they danced to what's that song, Stardust. They danced to that song Stardust, and they fell in love. And then had me.
And your mom was also an actress, and she was actually a junior model, and she was the very first appeared in the very first issue of 17 magazine.
Yes, she was. I wish I had a copy of that. But I don't. That's kind of like a little honor to have that,
Yeah.
My mom was beautiful. And
yeah.
So
well, you're a beautiful woman too. I have to say,
I don't know.
You are. You totally are. But you come from such like I said, between your mom and your dad, it's like, how could you not have ended up in this industry? But you had a few twists and turns getting there.
Yeah.
You actually studied after high school. You actually studied in college for child.
Yeah, a child development and early child development and family relationships was what I have my associate's degree in. And then when I went on to the university, Brigham Young University,
yes,
I took acting. I wanted to teach acting to deaf children. That's what I wanted to do. And then I thought one day, why do I want to be in a classroom teaching something that I want to do? So I switched my major, took all the acting classes I could, would be in Salt Lake City trying to get jobs on the radio or different little voiceover jobs. So I was keeping myself pretty busy doing that.
Well, you actually studied at Lee Strasberg Institute in the city.
Yeah, in New York. I was with the Lee Strasberg. I took their 2-year program. And I studied at Uta Hagen and various other studios in the city. But Los Angeles was calling me. So I moved to LA.
What year did you move to LA?
Oh, this will date me. In 85. I moved in 85.
And that was probably a huge thing for you to do. I mean, did you know anyone out there? Did you stay with friends or family?
Yeah, I had a friend out there. We were roommates, and she wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be an actress. So I took acting classes, but you know what? On camera acting I didn't hit it. Voiceover is where I landed. So it took me 4 years before I finally booked a series, which was Rugrats and the Ren and Stimpy Show.
Yes, but way back in 81.
Yeah.
You did something called The Fantastic Adventures of Unico?
Oh, yeah, I did. Boy, you do your research really well. I am surprised.
Thank you. But was that your very first professional gig?
That must in 81, that must be, yes.
Yeah, and then after that, you did Dr. Slump, which was a TV series in 81 as well. So you had a good start.
Yeah, I guess I forgot about all of that, Theresa.
Oh wait, I'm going to remind you. There's a lot. There's a lot here to remind you of.
Yeah.
And in 82, you did Side by Side, which was the
Right.
true story of the Osmond family. And
Yes.
that was basically your on-screen debut.
On-screen debut. Yeah. And actually, back then, I always told everybody that I'm going to be on the Johnny Carson show one day. One day I'm going to be on the which dates me. And what happened was I did this movie, and Marie Osmond went on the Johnny Carson show, and she took a piece of film that I was in. So technically, I was on the Johnny Carson show.
You were.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
were.
Yes.
What I found interesting was that it was based on a book written by the mom, Olive.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was based on a book. I knew it was about her life, but I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then in 84, you did Noozles.
Yes, Noozles.
Which was a TV series. You did 26 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 86, you did Dragon
Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z, yes.
And then 87. Now, you see, this was the question. This was the other question mark I had. So, did you do Baby Boom with Diane Keaton?
Yes, I did. That was my first big break into the world of voiceover. It was Baby Boom. Yeah.
Really? How much fun was that?
That was a blast. Yeah, because what you do when you do voiceover for movies, you're on the sound stage. You're in a theater that without any seats. You're in a big theater, and then you have the control booth behind you, and the director, producers are back there guiding you. And they're showing the movie. It's in black and white. It's very rough. It's not the final version. And you're watching the baby, and when the baby opens its mouth, then you put the voice to the baby's. They do that because the baby's voice is not strong enough for the production, so they have to have an adult loop in the voice.
Right.
Yeah.
But how did you? What I want to know is, you mentioned before how the front of the camera wasn't working for you. So did someone hear your voice and suggest voiceover work, or did you always do voices, throughout your childhood and
Yeah, it was throughout my childhood and somewhere along the lines. Well, I remember I was in college and I was walking down the street and I was talking to my friends and somebody ran up to me. They caught up with me and they said, "You know what? You sound like Glinda the Good Witch from The Wizard of Oz." And I thought, "Oh, are you a good witch or a bad witch?" so I thought, "Oh, I guess I can do that." So I started. That kind of put something in my head because I knew I always liked to imitate voices. So I just thought, "Hey, I'm going to try it. I'm going to go out for it," and that's what happened.
And it's worked. It's worked.
Yeah,
it's worked. Worked. It's worked for all these years. After Baby Boom in 88, you actually did My Neighbor Totoro.
My Neighbor Totoro. That's a big film. That's a big.
Pick J, please. There you go.
My Neighbor Totoro. I'm not on the poster. My poster is her little younger sister, who's ever in the picture. That's when I do Comic-Cons as Angelica. When they fans find out I'm in My Neighbor Totoro, they go wild because it's it's a cult film in the anime world. So it's a good credit to have.
It is. You also did Total Recall.
Yes, I was. Yeah, with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I got to talk to Arnold. No, I mean in the movie, as the Martian. I said, yeah, I think I asked him, what is your sign? And he says, Taurus. I don't remember exactly the dialogue, but the fact of acting, aside from him was cool.
Yeah. No, very, very, very cool. All right, listen, we're going to take my first break. When we come back, we're going to continue taking you down memory lane with your credits. And then we're going to talk so much more about, what you have going on, about other things you've done. You've written a book, you're writing another one, you have something in pre-production we're going to talk about later. And I'm going to have the director on in a couple of weeks. So we'll be back right after this.
Well, hi there, Theresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Tea Time on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Theresa. Bye.
Hey, welcome back to Tea Time. I'm with Cheryl Chase. This woman is an actor. She's a wonderful, talented voiceover actress. Actually won 3 Emmys.
I was a part of the show that won 3 Emmys. I have an Emmy certificate. I don't have the actual statue. That went to the director.
Okay, but you have that title.
Yes, I do.
Actually do. Speak about titles. Before we went on air, because I had mentioned Manville High School, tell me about this Hall of Fame high school thing you have going on.
Oh, I was so one of the guys I went to school with, Carl Leone, he from my high school, he emailed me and said he'd like to sponsor me to be considered to be a part of our first Hall of Fame ceremonies. And so I was accepted, so now next Thursday, next Friday, I'm going to be, or is it this Friday? I think it's this Friday. Oh, I'm going to be honored at my high school.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's great. That's really, really sweet. So you're going to be in and out, just in and out.
Yeah, just in and out. We're only going to be in New York one day. Friday nights in New Jersey, and New York is Saturday, and then Sunday is Pennsylvania, and then we leave to come back to LA. So
wow, that's great. No, that's lovely. But you also were a recipient for WIN, which is Women Image Network, for Best Comedic Actress in an Animated Show.
Yeah, that was kind of an honor. And I remember when that happened, I was sitting in the audience and I just said, you know what? I'm going to win. I just have a feeling I'm going to win. And they announced my name and I couldn't believe it. I won. It was an exciting, I never win anything.
Isn't that nice?
It was really surreal. I was on the stage with Billy Crystal's daughter. She was producing a film, and other noted filmmakers of that time. And then there was me for Best Comedic Actress. So yeah, that was exciting.
It's great. No, it's great. All right, let's get back. In 1993, you did the Addams Family Values.
Yes.
You played Baby
Pubert.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And let's see. All right, so 91. Okay, so now this is your busy years now. So 91 to 96, you did the Ren and Stimpy show.
Yes.
You did 26 episodes then. And you also, in 92, 93, you were also the production assistant and casting coordinator?
Yes. It's Spunko, the production offices of Ren and Stimpy. I started out as the receptionist, but they bumped me up to casting coordinator. And I would call the talent in, and I would work with them to get the performances from the actors and then put them on tape and then give it to the boss, John Cristofalusi, for him to decide who would be best. And I met, at that time, it was early 90s, and I met Jim, what's his name? The voice of SpongeBob, Tom Kinney.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I met him. It was pre-SpongeBob, but he auditioned for the Ren and Stimpy show.
We have Pick D, if you want to throw that up, please. Pick D, if you want to throw that up. So, because as I mentioned stuff, I kind of try to coordinate pictures. There you go.
Yep, there you go.
Thank you. I appreciate it. There you go. And listen, let's throw up H, because I do everyone's headshots if I find them.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And there you are.
Yes.
And this is not in black and white, okay?
Yeah.
Because we had them back in the day.
Oh, I had plenty of those too. Yes.
Yeah. Me too. Thank you. I appreciate it. So then after Ren and Skimpy, okay, so 91 to 2000, it's a 91 to 2003 was the first run of Rugrats, correct?
Right. Yes.
Now, Rugrats, it was again, we can put up pick O. Is it pick O? I don't know, because in 2002 you got on the Walk of Fame.
Yes, and look at that picture there. There's a crack in it. I guess so many people walk over it.
What happened?
I don't know. All I know is that Rugrat star is close to a lingerie store.
Ah!
That's
great.
good. That's good placement there of a kiddie show. Yeah.
And you know what's great also, Cheryl, is that your character in 2002, your character Angelica placed, I found this amazing, placed number 7 in TV Guide's 50 greatest cartoon characters of all time.
Yeah, I know. Wasn't that amazing?
It was.
I was in the top 10, number 7. I was higher than Fred Flintstone and even Bart Simpson. I think Bart Simpson was 13, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, now it would be different, but
the Rugrat series, which my daughter watched all the time, and she thought it was very cool that I was having you on tonight. That parlayed into so many other things. I mean, it parlayed into Rugrats the movie, and In Paris, and Go Wild. I mean, it just went on and on and on, and then it also went into the All Grown Up.
All Grown Up, and we also had a live stage show too.
Yeah.
So,
And then in 21, 23, you also came back for 35 more episodes.
Yes, it did. Yeah, I brought it back.
So I have to ask you your favorite line as Angelica. Now, I know it, but I love to hear you say it.
Oh, well, everyone loves to hear me say, "You dumb babies!" But my favorite line is when Angelica goes, "I wish I was you so I can be friends with me." That's my favorite line.
That's a great line. And I have to laugh every time I read it. It's so funny.
I know.
I mean, they had great writers. And
they did. They had great writers because it was great. The reason why it was a family show is because the writers was conscious of putting jokes in for the adults and put jokes in for the kids. So when they would sit together, they would follow it as a family.
Well, we have letter I, which I like to show. It's actually the cast of Rugrats at a table read. If we could pull that up.
Oh yeah.
How great is that? Now that was like 19.
Oh, that was probably 91, maybe.
91, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Brings back
memories. That's so great. Thank you. I appreciate that. And also, I want to just show Kay, because you're actually it's more recent, but it's actually you in studio doing voiceover work.
Yes. We were, that year, it was like 2022. We were
I see the masks. Yeah.
During the pandemic.
Yeah. That screwed a lot of people up. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let's throw up L for fun, shall we? Yay!
Yay! Yeah, that's one of our many red carpets that we did.
Oh my God. I mean, how fun and fantastic. Thank you. How much fun was it working for Nickelodeon?
It was really fun. I mean, it was fun working for Nickelodeon and even Paramount Studios, because when they would do the movies, they'd have big parties and they'd have the premieres and they'd invite all the celebrities and they would bring their kids, and you could meet and talk to like Alec Baldwin, and because Alec Baldwin, he came up. I was at the party and he ran up to me and says, "Are you Cheryl Chase?" And I go, "Yeah." I was so surprised. And he says, "Don't go anywhere. I got to get my daughter." So he wanted to go get Ireland, his daughter.
Yes.
And we were talking and taking pictures, and you get great opportunities like that
when it's so much fun. Let's throw up All right, how crazy is it? Let's throw up pen. How crazy is it when something like this happens? I didn't put the person's name, but I just put in the comments, my mom loved Rugrats so much, she got a tattoo of Angelica.
Yes, yes.
How do you feel about that, Cheryl? Thank you, Carmine. But how do you feel about, I mean, listen, she's an iconic character.
Yes, so many people get tattoos of Angelica and the Rugrats on them, on their body.
But you don't have any, right? You don't have any.
No, 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 I don't think so.
Just double checking.
Yeah, yeah, no tattoos.
That's a commitment.
But I mean, cartoons really affect people if they go to that length.
They do. Now, growing up, what was your favorite cartoon to watch?
Bugs Bunny. I love Bugs Bunny. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I tell you the truth, I loved Bugs Bunny. I would watch Bugs Bunny. I would watch Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo, yeah. I like
the mystery of it.
Beanie and Cecil was another special favorite of mine. Beanie, I don't know if you remember that. That's cool. That was when I was 5.
Not too many people remember this one, but do you remember Magilla Gorilla?
Oh yeah, yes I do.
Love that one.
Yeah, Magilla.
And the Funky Phantom?
No, I don't know the Funky Phantom.
That was great too. So there and yeah, there's just, I mean, who didn't grow up watching cartoons on a Saturday morning?
I know, right? It's just a part of the kids' DNA, right? They have to do it.
Yeah. Take me into a day of Rugrats. Was it a long, many hours? Was anything thrown at you at the last minute as far as rewrites? How did it work?
Well, usually in voiceover, everything is timed out. Whatever's on the page, that's what you do. You know, there's no room for improv, as opposed to when you're acting on camera. But it's really not hours and hours at all. I mean, all the actors, they're scheduled at their they have certain times that they're scheduled. I think I was from 10 to 11. I would go in and record my lines and leave. It wasn't a big deal time wise.
Now, were other actors in with you at the moment to interact, or were there times when you were alone?
Well, when in the very beginning, we would do scenes together, but as time went on and actors got busier, they had to delegate certain times for certain actors, and it would be separate, and we would act opposite the director. He would be giving us our cues, and we would go to him instead of the other actors.
Now, your voice is your livelihood.
Yeah.
And we do get sick from time to time, but was there ever a time where you might have gotten laryngitis and you weren't able to speak?
No, not laryngitis, but just really irritated because one script, the director, I had to scream and scream and scream, and I just went out of there, and I didn't have a voice from that. You know, little kids Angelica was throwing tantrums, so that really hurt my voice. But I never really got total laryngitis.
Yeah, no, because this is you have to take care of your vocals.
It's your instrument.
Yeah. I mean, are there days when you're like,
we don't want to talk? Yeah.
I'm not speaking today. Today I'm not. I'm resting.
Yeah, but sometimes though you got to force yourself to go, and
my family would be so happy if I did that for one day.
Yeah, I bet so, huh?
Oh my gosh. All right, listen, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go away. More with Cheryl after this.
How you doing? It's Sal the Voice Valentinetti. Why are you watching me? You should be watching Theresa Farrell Tea Time with Theresa Farrell. And make sure you follow Theresa on Facebook. Tea Time with Theresa Farrell. We'll see you there.
I love the way you say my name. I love. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. I'm very, very, very excited that Cheryl Chase is here. She's an actor. She's an author. wonderful, amazing voiceover artist, cartoons, commercials. I listened to your demo. I also want people to know where they can find Cheryl. You can find her on Cheryl. It's Huddock, Hudock Chase on Facebook. It's
Yes.
Real Cheryl Chase on Instagram.
Yes.
And to find a plethora of information, CherylChase.com is her website. So you can always know what she's doing and what's going on. And she's got a lot going on, which is great because we love to keep busy.
Yes.
After Rugrats, you also did, just to like skip around a little bit, you did 2003, you did Jimmy Neutron's Nicktoon Blast.
Oh yeah, that was I think that was the name, wasn't it?
It was a video, and you did Angelica, so it was almost like a crossover there.
Yes, it was. And around, I don't know if it was 10 years. Okay, that was the video. What year ago was that?
That was in 2003.
Oh, okay. Well, earlier than 2003, like in the 90s, a video game I did was with Bart Simpson. That wasn't. It's not documented, but or I didn't put it in there in my IMDb, where Nancy Cartwright didn't want to do this certain job, and so I auditioned and I got the part.
Really?
Bart Simpson.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I also found fascinating, which we're going to put up, Pick G, please, because in Pick G, this gentleman, who we all know as Batman,
Yes,
Adam West, actually was in season 2, the second season with you.
Yes.
How sweet is that?
Yeah, he was really fun to work with. He just got off the plane. I remember he was. Yeah, he was living in Idaho at the time, and so he had to fly in for this, and he was there. He was very friendly and very a nice guy. And then
as well.
Yeah. What did you say?
Very distinctive voice as well.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. So it was an honor to work with. I used to watch Batman when I was a little girl.
Yeah, me too. And Catwoman and
all that good Joker.
So much fun. And then 2015, you did Reasonably Decent, which was a TV series. You played a doctor. I think it was a pilot. Dr. Barbara.
Oh, it was a pilot. Yeah. I played a psychiatrist for a rabbit, for a bunny psychiatrist.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so in 2019, you did Knives Out. Right? That's letter T. That was with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
I got sick of that. And you're in it. You're in that one. You're in there. There you are.
Oh, you know what? I have to say that's a joke. I'm standing in a movie theater, and that's a what do you call it? A standee. And I just I just stood there, and my husband took a picture.
I love the original poster, but I love it.
I know. That was so funny.
It was great. Are you kidding me? Genius. It's genius. I would have done the same thing. It's great. Yeah. But that was with Jamie Lee Curtis and Daniel Craig and Chris Evans. There were a lot of cool people in that movie.
Jamie Lee Curtis was a fan of Rugrats, I have to say.
Yeah.
She was. Yeah.
That's sweet. That's so good. And like I mentioned, 21 to 23, you did another 35 episodes of Rugrats. I don't think Rugrats are ever going to go away, ever.
No, I don't think they are. They're not going to go away. There's a movie in talks, in pre-production.
That's what I was just going to ask you. Is there anything going on in the future?
Yeah. I mean, if you look on IMDb, there is a Rugrats movie in pre-production. So we're waiting to hear what's going to happen next with that.
That's exciting. So much fun. Just so much fun. I mean, was there a time you were like eating, sleeping, and everything Angelica Pickles in your life?
About that, yes. It was quite the time. It was. There's. You're doing autograph signings, or you're doing podcast interviews. I mean, there's so many. I wish I had $1 for every podcast I did.
We have. Speaking about that, let's put up P, please. Talking about Comic Con.
Oh,
there
yeah.
You are. at one of the
Mhm.
Comic Cons, and then in Q, it's you signing.
Yes. Yes.
And
Mhm.
then R I thought was adorable because you found the
So pops.
the pop
Yeah.
doll.
Yeah.
And then S, we'll finish with SpongeBob because I think that, who didn't like SpongeBob too? So,
Yes.
but again,
That was at a charity event for Salvation Army.
yes. And
That particular one.
speaking about charities, I also have to say that, you do a lot of charity work and you love giving back as I do. And that, over the years, you've donated thousands of Rugrat paraphernalia, whether it's dolls or collectibles, and to young cancer patients.
I did.
Famous Phone Friends
Famous,
charity.
yeah,
Yeah,
famous phone
so
friends.
kudos, because that's a beautiful thing.
Oh, thank you. It's so touching and rewarding to be able to talk to the little children that aren't doing so well and lifting their spirits. And it was what it's kind of tough, because here they're dealing with serious illness, but you
Yeah.
have to be happy and uplift them. But it's so rewarding.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful thing. I love it. Let's see. Hold on, I got to put back my glasses. So over the years, because there was something that I wasn't able to see or get to where I could read the whole thing, but we talked about Adam West, and you also worked with John Goodman at one point.
I did a show. I've never met him, but I was in the same show with him. It was called Pigs Next Door, and actually, Jamie Lee Curtis was in the show too. Yeah, I was one of the. We were all pigs, and she was the head pig. She was, but I was the pig's friend. I was a pig. I was Jamie Lee Curtis's friend in the cartoon show.
Yeah. Now I have to ask you, because I've had on Mark the Animal Mendoza from Twisted Sister,
Okay.
who now is doing voiceover work. He's been doing voiceover work for quite a while. And I've also had on a couple other people who are trying to get their foot in the door. So I have to ask for them, because I myself have done some voiceover work in the past, and I loved it. I enjoyed it immensely.
It's fun.
But for those of people who are interested in it, what's the best advice you can give them? Because everyone has their own journey.
Yeah, I would have to say you have to take acting classes. You have to learn how to act, be an actor first, and then you take your classes for voiceover, how to act in that realm and know how to build characters and read off the script and how to bring the words to life. And it is an investment. You have to have money to do your demos. You have to have money to make your own recording studio in your home, because everything is done remotely these days.
Yes. As a matter of fact, another friend of mine, Rain Pryor, Richard Pryor's daughter, Rain, is also doing voiceover work as well. And when I was listening to your clip today, because I wanted to listen to your demo reel, she also put one up, and I wanted to listen to hers. I think hers is more commercial. I don't know.
Yeah.
And sounding different in each one that she did. I don't know if she, is diving into cartoons anytime soon, but I find her voice in general, like, you have a specific sound.
Yeah, it's specific.
Speak.
Yeah.
When I hear her speak, it's very, very soft and soothing. Like, I think she can do like not yoga, but
like car commercials or something that soothes, like meditation.
Tranquil, meditation, very tranquil.
Yes.
Yeah. I just find her voice very like she could do definitely like meditation, like when you hear water in the background.
Right.
Like that kind
right,
of
exactly. Yeah, I have a quirky character voice.
But you also have a wide range where you've done little children to old ladies.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you're again, it's lowering the octave, and it's maybe using your diaphragm more.
Yes.
To change that sound.
Exactly.
It's an instrument.
It is, and you have to know how to use it. That's where the classes come in, the
Right.
voice classes. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's amazing. All right, listen, we're going to take my last break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about your baby. We're going to talk about your baby, Schmitty Circuit. All right, don't go away. We'll be back after this.
Doc, who's the best comedian you know?
Theresa Farrell.
And who's the best actress you know?
Theresa Farrell.
And who's the best cast member in Bad Boys?
Teresa Farrell.
Who's got the best radio?
Teresa Farrell.
Doc, who's your favorite Jimmy?
Teresa Farrell.
Who are you loving right now?
Teresa Farrell.
All right, Doc, I love you too, baby.
Love you as always.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight because I have a guest that I'm just so excited she's here. I mean, I'm excited for all my guests. I mean, would I love to have her sitting next to me? Yes, a warm body next to me is the next best thing. But she's in LA, grew up originally in Jersey, okay, studied in Manhattan, moved to LA, and has an amazing career. And speaking about her career, hello, Cheryl Chase. It's not like I'm ignoring you.
Oh no! Hello, Teresa, my darling.
Go on and on and on.
Yes.
But I'm so excited because, we talked about what you've done and it's an amazing. I mean, do you pinch yourself sometimes and say, holy cannoli, I can't believe the career I've had?
Maybe I should start doing that, maybe I should. Yeah.
But I want to talk about your baby right now because Well, before we talk about that, real quick, real quick, I want to talk about your book because you are an author and you wrote a great children's book called That's Kula Tallulah.
Yes.
And that was published back in March, actually, 2021.
21. Mm-hmm.
So people, again, go on her website, CherylChase.com. You can find out all about the book. And you're also doing Chirpy Burpy.
Yeah, that's a new little book. It's coming out later in the fall. It's about a little bird who burps instead of chirps.
I love it. This is great. It's great. I mean, listen, I love books. I'm a book person. I can't say that so much when I was a kid, but as an adult, I love books.
Yeah.
Especially children's books because, we shape their minds.
It's true. And I like writing children's books because I want to give that, I don't have any kids myself, but I like to give that experience of at bedtime when the parent and the child are nestling to go to sleep, they read a book together and they can go into this magical world and they're at safety with their parent and it's a loving experience. And I like to contribute to that.
Yes. And what was your favorite children's book?
Oh, wow. There were so many of them. Anything with a bunny rabbit. It's called the Bunny Rabbit book, and it talks all about bunnies. I'm a rabbit person, hence Bugs Bunny, my favorite cartoon character.
Yeah. So I guess eventually maybe your third or fourth book might have to do with a bunny in it.
I am going to write a book about a rabbit. It's in me. I know it. It's going to come out someday.
All right. So let's get to your baby right now that you're working on. It's in pre-production. It's called Schmitty's Circuit. It's going to be a TV series, which you're writing, and Maria Kapp is directing. Maria, I'm actually having on the show in 2 weeks, March 31st. She'll be sitting next to me, and we're going to talk about her career and about her directing this. So tell me how you came up with this. And I think Carmine, we actually have, we could put up Pick You, Please. Thank you. Because there's the poster for that. So tell everyone, thank you, Carmine. Tell everyone about Schmitty's Circuit. Because obviously it's a cartoon and it's a comedy.
Yes. Schmitty's Circuit, it's a multi-generational family. That's how Maria Kapp likes to describe it. We have this matriarch. Her name is Martha Culpepper. She's a 90-year-old boozy, bedridden old broad. And she talks like this. Let me tell you, Teresa, my daughter, Carol Culpepper, she's a loser. She's washed up.
But boy, could she change a diaper, let me tell you.
And you play her daughter, Carol.
I play her daughter, Carol. I do the voice.
And Carol sounds nothing like her mother.
No. See, we only hear Martha through a baby monitor. We only hear her.
Okay.
Carol is a washed up 90s cartoon star. She's telemarketing, she's taking care of her mother. She has dreams of fame and fortune like she had back in the 90s when she was on a famous cartoon show, Grubby Babies.
Okay.
And she has a son a 30-year-old son who's a bumbling magician. And he does a magic trick one day, and the toy robot, Carol's toy robot, is there. And by mistake, but the trick brings to life this toy robot, and he becomes the Culpepper butler. He shellacks coffee tables, he bakes bread. He's Jason's wingbot. He helps. Jason is a virgin. He wants to find true love. So Schmitty, the robot, is his wingbot and helps him find girls. So it's a zany, wacky.
Oh
but
my God.
It has heart.
That's great. And the last pick is just a couple of the cast members, if you want to mention them.
Yes, Chris Bartlett. And Leilani. Leilani Shu is the Schmitty, and she's going to be wearing a robot costume, and while we shoot. And Chris Bartlett, both Chris and Leilani are part of the Star Wars TV franchise. They are on the Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi, anything with Star Wars. Chris Bartlett does all the droids, the robots in the Star Wars universe.
Wow,
so
beautiful. Thank you, Carmine. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
to get those people with those kind of creds and experience.
Yes,
and this is kind of a different scenario for them doing comedy when you think about it.
Yeah, because they Chris wants to be like myself, an on-camera actor. He doesn't want to be in a robot suit all the time. He wants to be, and I don't want to be in a recording studio. I want to be out and acting. So that's what we're doing. It's fun.
It's great.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. When did the idea come to you? And then when I know you're working on funding for it, which everyone can go to your website, CherylChase.com. But from conception, how long? I mean, how many episodes have you written? Over what period of time?
Well, I started in fall of 2023, and originally Schmitty was not a robot; it was a puppet. So it changed. I thought it was an emotional support, Jason's emotional support puppet. He didn't talk, he talked only through the puppet. And I thought, what, I'm getting over this puppet. And I thought of the TV show Alf. You remember Alf with the alien?
Yes.
And I thought, hey, let's do something like that, only with a robot. And, and it all kind of fell into place. All my friends felt, because Leilani, she could play Schmitty because she's a little person. And she'll wear the costume.
And do you remember Lost in Space?
Oh yes, exactly. That's another that's another show like Schmitty, the Schmitty. Yeah. And so it was I've written like 8 episodes. I'm reworking episode 3 right now, and it's like a beast, but I'll get it done.
I know you will.
Yeah. So it's a constant. I'm constantly writing and rewriting and punching up.
I have to ask. I met Maria, the director, at Jerry Ferretti's Film Festival in Lindenhurst when she was showing Ladies of the Lake. How did you meet Maria?
I met her at a networking event in Beverly Hills for filmmakers. And we just started talking, and I guess she found out I was Angelica, and her daughters were fans, and that's how we went out for coffee, and we got to talking, and we always kept in touch. And she had me in mind for some of her projects, and it didn't work out, but it worked out where she and I are working together on Schmitty. So.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so things happen the way they're supposed to.
Yeah, that's so true.
You know, because my I have a saying. We all at one time or another in our careers have downtime,
Yeah.
and we question if this is what we're supposed to be doing. And those moments when you say, why me, and then you have to say, why not me?
Yeah.
And the secret I find, because I'm not that far behind you in age, but we're not on this side of the hill anymore, Cheryl. We're on
Yeah,
this
I know.
side. And
Yeah.
I don't want to knock on doors anymore. I want to kick them in. And I
Yeah.
think as we get older, we have more of this go for it attitude that we didn't have when we were younger.
Yeah.
Because
It's
we don't
now
have,
or never.
correct. It's that attitude, right? Because
Yeah.
we don't know. We don't know.
Mhm.
We don't know. Tomorrow's not promised to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you have those moments where you don't want to knock on doors, you want to kick them in, and you just want to keep pushing through it. Was there a time in your career where you had that moment for yourself?
Well, the minute I realized that, if you really want to make it in this business, you have to do it yourself. You have to create your own content. I mean, look at you. You have your own talk show. You know,
Thank you.
yeah, and so it's like you have to follow your passion, and acting is my passion. Making people laugh is my passion.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, because I was asked this myself. Would you ever consider doing a one-woman show?
Funny you should ask that. Yes, I have thought about that years ago. I wrote some comical songs, and Nancy Cartwright, she contacted me one day and she said, "By we were talking. By any chance, do you have any songs?" I said, "Well, yeah, by the chance, I do." And so I sent her the song, and she loved it so much that she had me over to her house, introducing me to her. She was doing a one-woman show only with many female comedians, and she wanted me to be in the show singing my song in this one woman show of hers, and that was a really big honor to do that.
Yeah.
It didn't really it didn't work out. She didn't do the show, but to be considered for it was amazing. And I told her at that time, I'm thinking of doing my one woman show. She says, "Whenever you're ready, I'll introduce you to my team. Here they are. We can help you."
Wow.
So that was an honor, very much honor. But I never did anything. And see, it's because I guess I was afraid or not ready for whatever.
That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's just I feel life's all about timing, and when
Mhm.
when it's supposed to happen, it definitely will.
I believe that. I really do. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sometimes. Sometimes. But listen, we have 2 minutes left.
Okay.
Is there anything that you'd like to add to the conversation that I didn't touch upon?
Oh, no, you did a brilliant interview, Teresa. You were amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me on to share with my show, with my career. It touches my heart. Your passion to bring out, your guests'
Thank you.
credits. You're a really good researcher. Let me tell you.
No, I appreciate that. I love people, and I love learning their stories, and because everyone has one, everyone has
Yeah.
a story. And I'm honored and blessed that you crossed my path and we were able to do this. Really, I want to thank you again for doing this. And when you're in New York,
Yeah.
a longer amount of time, my studio is always open to you. And when you're on that red carpet or you have that premiere for Schmitty Circuit, you let me know and I'll promote it. And
Oh, wonderful! That would be
yeah.
amazing. And I might later on in the year, when Schmitty goes into post production, I know they're doing it in Long Island, and so maybe I might visit to see how that goes, and then I could be on your show. I mean, I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
You don't even have to ask twice. I'd love to have you sitting next to me. It would be a blast.
Oh, it would be amazing.
All right, listen, you're going to stay there where you are, and I'm going to thank everyone for joining me tonight. Again, Cheryl Chase, go to CherylChase.com. That's where all her information is as far as what she's done, what she's doing, what she's going to be doing. An amazing talent, and I'm, again, so happy that you were able to join me tonight. So listen, everybody, tune in next week, and have a great week. And remember, tell everyone you love them. Ciao.